Hey, Anthony Tilley here, and welcome to the very first Solopreneur Show.
Welcome to the Solopreneur Show with your host, Anthony Tilley. To get your hands on more great business training and advice, plus the chance to join our free Facebook group where you will see extended guest interviews, the opportunity of free one-to-one coaching, and behind-the-scenes access to Anthony, go to www.thesolopreneurshow.com and join us today. And here's your host, the man himself, Mr. Anthony Tilley.
Hey, Anthony Tilley here, and welcome to the very first Solopreneur Show. It really is great to have you with me today. Now, you may well be here watching this or listening to this, depending on whether you've just downloaded the MP3 or whether you've managed to find the video, which I'll give you more information. If you haven't seen the video for this, then I'll let you know in a minute where you can get it. But if you're listening to this, watching this, and wondering, who is this guy? What's this all about? What is the Solopreneur Show all about? Let me take a few minutes to explain to you what we're going to have going on here over the coming weeks and months and years, God willing, and the value that I intend to bring to you as somebody who is either looking to develop your own business, or maybe you already have your own business and you're looking to take it to the next level. So let me explain first of all who I am. Well, my name is Anthony Tilley. And for the last 6 years, so since 2010, I have been making a full-time living online. I've built 4 six-figure businesses in that time based around traffic conversions, product creation, etc. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and now podcaster, which is pretty cool. It's a nice one to add to the CV. And I really wanted to start to do this podcast to bring value and really bring the knowledge that I have out to help as many people as possible. Because I see, there's a lot of stuff going on online these days. There's a lot of, perhaps we call them snake oil salesmen. And I really just wanted to get out and do something about that. Now, not just 6 years online experience. Previous to that, 20 years, I worked for 3 of the UK's largest companies. And I also wrote training programs for some of Europe's largest retailers. So I've got a huge amount of experience with regards to sales, marketing, business development, coaching, man management, etc. And I really wanted to just bring that all together here in the Solopreneur Show and help as many people as possible. Now, I know though that just doing a show every week, just me, is going to be kind of boring. I think we need other people coming on board. So, the very first show today is just me. And as I say, we're just sort of doing a little bit of housekeeping, if you like, on this one and let you know what's going to be coming up, what's going to be happening. But we're going to be doing a show every day for the first 7 days. And I've got some great interviews coming up with podcasters, authors, digital product creation experts, Kindle book experts, just a whole array of different people who really are going to be able to help you and inspire you if you're looking to start your own business. But the show is not just going to be about just creating online products and getting an online presence. We're also going to be looking at offline as well. So there'll be plenty of guests in the coming months with regards to those topics. And either people who have their own businesses and perhaps are still solopreneurs, people who have started that way and have built the business out and have employees working for them, maybe sometimes the employees themselves who have an area of expertise within a business, and also as well service providers who are going to be able to explain perhaps things a little bit better to you, perhaps things like hosting and autoresponders and forms and SEO and all of this kind of different stuff, sort of online, but also as well, direct marketing, direct mailing, etc., offline kind of things and things for offline businesses. And I've already had a couple of questions, so I know in a future show I'm going to actually be answering a pretty sort of big question for somebody with regards to their offline business. So make sure you keep sort of getting the downloads. So as I say, we're launching, and every day for the next week there will be an episode, and that will be an interview. Now, the way it's going to work is the interviews actually are 60 minutes long. But what I'm doing is I'm going to play you the first 20 minutes of those interviews so you can decide whether this is somebody that is resonating with you, whether this is somebody you want to know more about and more from. And then you get yourself inside of the Facebook group. So if you go to the solopreneurshow.com, you will actually be able to join our Facebook group. And that's why I wanted to make this something a little bit different from so many other podcasts out there. I really wanted to build a community, a movement here with this, because from my experience, and I know from the other guys who you will hear interviewed, and anybody who is successful in business will tell you this, and I guess anybody that is successful in life will tell you this, it's not just about what you know, it's who you know. So this isn't networking, this is relationships. This is getting to know, like, and trust people. And I hope over the coming weeks and months and years that there will be lots of opportunities in there for you to meet other marketers, other people in business, and work with them, maybe work for them, alongside them, joint ventures, that kind of thing, or just help them with your services, no matter what it is. But ultimately, it is a place of value. It is a place of learning that is going to help you to develop your business. So the uncut interviews will be inside of that Facebook group, as well as I'll do live streams here on the desktop, sort of when I've got things to say, and shoot videos when I'm out and about and put them in there. And also as well, here at home, I've got a home video studio, film studio, and I've got the whiteboard around the corner as well from where I'm sitting. And if you're listening to the podcast, that makes no sense whatsoever. But of course, if you're watching the video, you can see there's a corner around there. And I'll be delivering various training videos, etc., from questions, and just really trying to bring value to you guys as listeners and as viewers, of course, who are inside of the group. That's where the really great stuff is going to be happening. So once again, as I said, you need to get yourself to the solopreneurshow.com. Now, if you go to /episode 1, you'll actually be able to see the video for this particular episode. You'll also be able to download. You'll be able to subscribe via iTunes and Google Play as well. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm literally shooting this, and this is just something that's come off the top of my head. There will also be a video there. I'm going to put a video there for you as well to show you how you can put a review inside of iTunes. And also as well, I would really love it if you actually downloaded in iTunes as well, because I'd really love to get myself up those rankings. I've set myself a bit of a target, a bit of a goal in those first 7 days that I'm going to get myself on sort of the top download list. So that's only going to happen, of course, with your help, and it's only going to happen if I continue to deliver extreme value and have you keep on coming back. So over the next few days, we've got some really great interviews with UK marketers, and we've also got a very nice American gentleman there who lives in Turkey. So it's truly international. I've got UK marketer Nicola Cairncross, who actually is in Greece at the moment, being a bit of a digital nomad. Amazing story. A lady with a lot of courage, and you're really going to get a lot of inspiration from her story and from what she shares. And also as well, again, definitely get yourself inside of the group, because you'll hear the unedited version. There's 3 sites on that call that she recommends. And I've actually gone and done the things that she said. And I've had my eyes opened pretty widely, actually, with regards to my mindset and, how things are wired and why I think the way I do, and why, as we all do, we all have our own sort of things to overcome, and we all have doubts, self-doubts at different points in our life. And with what Nicola shares on that call, it's actually been amazing for me. It's been a real eye-opener. So I definitely recommend that you get in there and check that one out when it comes along in its full unedited version. Then we have Mr. Michael Wilding, who is a really great guy. It was a really chaotic interview, actually. If you see the video, you'll even see a plasterer walking back and forth behind him. His wife was very heavily pregnant. I think she made an appearance as well behind the camera, because his office, he likes to work right in the center of the house. He likes being a part of this, which, interestingly enough, is something that most of us wouldn't recommend. My office is down here in the basement. I'm out of the way, and when the door behind the camera there is shut, people know that I'm not to be disturbed. But he really loves the hubbub, etc. And I reveal as well, sort of the fact that I sometimes do like to sneak up into the dining room and feel like I'm a bit more part of the family. But when there's a big project on, it's got to be down here in the office to get my head away from everybody else. So Michael's a really great guy, a real prolific content creator, email marketer. So he's going to share a huge amount with you there. We've also then got Rob J. Temple, who's a great guy. I've known Rob now for, it must be about 6 years. And he's a stage hypnotist, but is also a digital product creation expert. And he really shares some amazing hints, tips, and strategies to creating profit from your passion. It really is a great interview. And then after that, we have got Mr. Mr. Michael R. Thomas, getting my middle initials mixed up. Mr. Michael R. Thomas, better known as Mike from Maine. Now, Mike is an American marketer, lives in Turkey, and he's a guy who has built a multi-million-dollar business on interviewing product launchers and product experts, etc. So I really wanted to get him onto the show because I wanted to find out what he found a lot of these people have in common. And also as well, I wanted to find out how I should best go about interviewing experts. So, always glean a little bit of information. But also as well, interviewing experts is actually something that is really highly recommended by a lot of marketers to get yourself started. No matter what niche you're in, if you don't have a name within that niche, if you find experts and interview them, of course, then by association, you are seen as an expert. And it's something that a lot of people do, to get started. I've been interviewed by a lot of people, a lot of marketers starting out. And I've always enjoyed being interviewed. But I must admit, I've always enjoyed far more interviewing people, talking to people, and finding out their stories. And that's one of the big things as well about the Solopreneur Show. It's not just getting those hints, tips, and strategies. It's also as well about getting people's stories and really getting inspiration for you from those people. So Mike's a great guy. We also as well then have Mr. Kevin Long, and Kevin is a really great guy, and he has an incredible story. Now, Kevin's on day 7 because his story was just amazing. I wanted to leave that to last. But on the penultimate day, we have Mr. Richard Legg. And Richard is a work-from-home dad, effectively, but he has his own business. And he talks about the need for consistency within your business. He's had a particular business model running for 4 years, which in internet marketing actually is like forever. But it's been a very consistent thing. So that's a really great interview. And then I said, lastly, Mr. Kevin Long, who is known as the Kindle King. And you really have to, of all the stories that I've heard so far, of people's stories, of people's journeys, his really has had the biggest peaks and troughs. And there's been some major troughs for this particular gentleman. And, he's come out the other side and is really delivering major value. And you've got to hear, the story that he tells from a gentleman, from an elderly gentleman in Ireland, who he helped create his book and bring it to the marketplace and just bring it to the world, and the inner peace that actually gave to that gentleman, because the story really is heartbreaking. So again, you really need to be making sure you're downloading these and you're getting yourself inside of the group to hear these, because we've got some pretty amazing interviews. And then as weeks go on, we've got lots of other marketers. Hey, I'm even interviewed. This is the cool thing. I actually had Mr. Christopher John Payne here, and I interview him on the couch behind me in a future episode. And then he interviewed me. So that's pretty cool. So the tables are turned. So you're going to hear me interviewed as well in a couple of weeks' time too. So that's what the whole thing is about. That's what the whole show is about. As I say, it's online, it's offline. It's just going to be bringing stories and value and hints and tips and strategies and just lots of great stuff, and helping you to become part of a community and to help you take your business to the next level. But as I said, even though predominantly today, I am known as an online marketer, I consult though in offline businesses, and my background previous to online was offline. So, and retail, manufacturing, just lots of sort of different areas that I've been involved in. So you can rest assured that I'm not just going to be concentrating on online stuff. There's going to be a lot of online stuff. There's going to be, plenty of people, digital marketers, etc., coming on the show. But there's going to be a lot of offline things. So, if you're a hairdresser, if you're a restaurateur, if you own, a fun park, if you're a solicitor, if you're an accountant, if you're a TV maker, if you sell TVs, whatever it is, offline, going to be able to help you, whether you're a service provider, a consultant, whatever it is. This show is going to be for you. There's going to be lots of great hints, tips, and strategies. And even if the particular strategies and the person being interviewed is not completely within your niche, and it's completely sort of aligned with you, the stories you will hear from them of their journeys, I'm sure will offer a huge amount of inspiration to you. So So that is the whole thing. Solopreneurshow.com to download. Now, today, this first episode, we're just a short episode here, okay? So I'm not going to gild the lily, but what you want to be doing is get yourself to the domain, get yourself inside of the group, and also as well, as I said, I'll put a video there. So if you go to the solopreneurshow.com/episode 1, and that's ONE, get yourself there and you'll see a small video that I've done as well where I will show you how to lead a review, and obviously I'm sure you'll know how to download from iTunes, but I think leaving a review from is a little bit trickier. I don't think iTunes make it that simple, but we are available on iTunes, we're available on Google Play, we're available at the solopreneurshow.com. We've got a YouTube channel, we've got a Facebook page, we've got an Instagram account, and we've got the group, and the group is where the ultimate value is going to be for you. So the final thing for me to say as well, the other thing is inside of the group, there's going to be the opportunity for you to ask me questions. There will be a section in every single episode called Ask Anthony. And, I'll be answering different questions online, offline, whatever your question is, I will be answering it for you. And as I've always said to all of my students, if I don't know the answer, I'll make sure that I find it out for you. All right. So get in there with the burning questions that you have. So this episode, keeping this one under the 20-minute mark, well and truly. But from now on, 30 to 40 minutes, and it is going to be pure value-packed, information-driven shows for you. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to having you on the journey with me, and I will see you tomorrow. So make sure you're getting in, you're listening to tomorrow's show. Nicola Cairncross just shares some amazing stuff. She has an amazing journey, very inspirational, and I know you're going to love it. So for now, thank you for joining me on the Solopreneur Show, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye now.
To get your hands on more great business training and advice, plus the chance to join our free Facebook group where you will see extended guest interviews, the opportunity of free one-to-one coaching, and behind-the-scenes access to Anthony, go to www.thesolopreneurshow.com and join us today.